Tomb Raider. I don't know if you've ever watched the Tomb Raider films.
No.
There's two different. They kind of rebooted it. The first ones I think are better, and that is the Angelina Jolie ones, where
Yep.
Angelina Jolie, when she was a bit younger, I can't remember when these came out, early 2000s, I believe.
Yep.
And I think I've forgotten his name. Who's the geezer that plays Bond?
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, he's in them as well, but he's a lot younger. These are kind of the first sort of trying to think. One of the first
box
sort
office
of
films or what?
No, films where the female star is kind of shown in a light that's not just kind of sexual.
Right, so like a complete badass.
Yeah, obviously did have films like Alien as well that showed this, but this is one of the first pure sort of action films that kind of showed a female as a badass.
Yeah.
Based on the game, I'm sure this came out before Kill Bill as well, so can't really use that as an example. Kill Bill was early 2000s as well.
The first Lara Croft Tomb Raider came out in 2001.
Yeah,
so.
that's just before. Yeah, it's before Kill Bill. So these were really fun films actually. Angelina Jolie, I think, he was in a prime of her actressing career.
Actressing, yeah.
and these films are actually all right. Like, don't get me wrong, they're nothing like the games. Like, they're based on the games clearly.
Yeah.
But they're not as good as the games are. Like, you're better off playing the games. But if you want like a fun that you could easily recognize her as Lara Croft.
Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't even seen the film and I knew she was Lara Croft. So, because it's just, you just think, that's the face of it, right? You can see her doing it.
The game character looks like her as well. So
that's true.
I mean, that's a coincidence because the games, I'm sure, came out before the films. I know they did. Must have done.
Yeah, more than likely. The one on the PS1, that you could lock the butler in the
Tomb Raider 1 and 2. Tomb Raider 1 was the first one. I don't know. That came out in the 90s, I'm sure.
You could lock the butler in the freezer.
Yeah, that was Tomb Raider 2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just follows you everywhere. You just lock him in. It's creepy. Like.
Yeah. He'd just follow you about and you'd be like, oh, mate, just get in the freezer. Stay there.
Just say, hey, buddy. Can you cook me something fresh out of this freezer?
Yes.
Just see you, idiot.
Grab me some ice out of the freezer, please.
And just lock him in.
Just lock him in. It's done. So, deal with it.
Carrying on with this, they did actually reboot these in 2018, I think it was.
Yes. Yeah.
I
can't think what her name was, actually.
No, I haven't got a clue. I can't remember.
It was...
Starts with an A, I'd like to say. But
I want to say it's Anna something. Alicia Vikander.
I was going to say Alicia, but
that's Alicia. I might have slaughtered that, admittedly.
I think it's one of them. Mm-hmm. And these films, it was more like, because the games got rebooted as well.
Yeah.
And it kind of put Lara Croft, they made her, because the character is a British woman, which I think is the only thing. Angelina Jolie, obviously she's not British, so it sounded odd. But the games kind of made Lara Croft a lot darker, and they made them more grittier and more sort of realistic, I think, in a way. Whereas in the original Tomb Raiders, you're off fighting dinosaurs, which come on, but
come on.
They made them a lot more sort of gritty, and the film kind of followed suit with that.
Right.
With Lara Croft, who in this film had never adventured or tomb raided before. And she was kind of following in her dad's footsteps, trying to find her dad. Right. And it was quite a dark film. Okay. But it did get quite silly.
That'd probably explain why it didn't exactly rate the greatest.
It didn't do like fantastic. No, it was okay. I think the originals are better with Angelina Jolie in them.
Yeah,
I think they're better representations of the games. But it's okay. It did get a bit silly. Like, from what I remember, the villain is like a undead mummy or something.
Well, as you do.
Yeah, it was odd. It was really strange. It was okay. Nothing special, but I think it depends what experience you want. If you want more of a Tomb Raider experience that's representative of the original games, then the Angelina Jolie films are better for that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want one that's going to represent the newer games, the more sort of darker side of it, then the 2018 one is better, I think.
So they're both okay. They're just both sort of.
Yeah, they're all right. I'd recommend the older ones though.